All right, so y equals a sine of b times x minus c plus d. What does a stand for? Amplitude. So that's the vertical stretch or shrink vertically. B is period. That's a horizontal stretch or shrink. We'll get to that later today. C is the phase shift. That's a slide left and right. And D is the vertical shift. Up or down. Y equals -2 sine of x minus pi over 4 plus 1. All right, since it's pi over 4, I'm not going to go 6 squares to get to pi. Because 1/4 of 6, is that a whole number? No. So I'm going to go 8 to get to pi on this one. So you got to think ahead a little bit before you just slap numbers down on a graph. So pi, 2 pi. So pi over 4, what's 1/4 of 8? 2. So I'm thinking ahead and going, okay, I'm going to move 2 squares to the what? Minus pi over 4 means 2 squares to the right. So first I'm going to graph y equals sine of x. Then I'm going to graph y equals -2 sine of x. Then I'm going to graph y equals -2 sine of x minus pi over 4. Then I'm going to graph the last one. So y equals sine of x. 0, 1, 0, -1, 0. The sine curve. So -2 sine of x, we take each point that's not at 0 and multiply it by -2. So 0 doesn't change, but 1 changes to -2. And -1 changes to 2. Now, if I'm going to move everything minus pi over 4, that's 2 squares to the right. 2 squares to the right, 2 squares to the right. Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. Okay. So the light blue is 2 squares to the right. And finally, our last step is to move everything up 1. Plus 1 means up 1. Whoops, wrong plot. There, up 1, up 1, up 1. Did it again. Oops, I did it again. So the blue line is my final line. So, on my blue line, what's my amplitude? Blue line, what's the amplitude? 2. What's my period? We haven't changed the period at all, so it's still 2 pi. What's the phase shift? Pi over 4, which way? Right. Pi over 4, right. What's my range? Lowest value to highest value. What? Nope. No, phase shift is just left and right. So that's a vertical shift. So range is -1 to 3. -1 to 3. Because the lowest point is -1, highest point is 3. Okay. We'll do one more and then I'll cut you loose on a few of these. Let's do y equals -2. No, we just did a -2. Let's do a 2 cosine of x plus pi over 6 minus 1. Y equals 2 cosine of x plus pi over 6 minus 1. All right. Since our phase shift is pi over 6, how far should I go till I get to pi? 6 would make sense. Okay, 6 would make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because pi over 6 is 1/6 of pi. 1/6 of 6 is 1. So when I do my phase shift, when I slide it, it's going to be 1 squared. If you understand that, you'll get period here a little later today very easily. So pi is there, 2 pi is here. 1, 2, -1, -2. All right, so I'm going to graph cosine of x. 1, 0, -1, 0, 1. Then I'm going to graph y equals 2 cosine of x. The 2 in front does what? Multiplies all the y values. So it's twice as high, twice as low. So we are at 2, 0, -2, 0, 2. Plus pi over 6. Which direction am I going pi over 6 in? So I move 1 square to the left. 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 And then finally, I'm going to move 1 square down from the purple. All right, what's our amplitude on this one? 2, period, 2 pi. Phase shift, pi over 6 left, and amplitude or range. Where did I end up? -3 all the way up to 1. Okay, so on page number 117, we're doing 71 through 79, the odds, and then 81. 71 through 79, the odds, and 81.